What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about Mo Salah, because Liverpool are bracing themselves for huge bids to arrive from Saudi Arabia for Mo Salah in the January transfer window. What is the price that you would sell Mo Salah for? Is there any money that Liverpool could get an offer for that you would say Liverpool should accept even in the January transfer window? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also, what do you think about FIFA giving just 4 weeks for countries to apply for the 2032 World Cup, 2034 World Cup, which is 11 years from now. And FIFA only are permitting countries from Asia and Oceania to apply for this bidding process, and you get 4 weeks when the competition is 11 years ago. That's just a blatant and obvious that Saudi Arabia wanted this World Cup for themselves, and they have bribed the FIFA officials once again, just like Qatar did for their winning bid. Like 11 of the 12 voting members were either jailed or they were found guilty of accepting bribes. So there is nothing new about that. Let me know in the comments below what do you think, but it's absolutely disgusting that FIFA is such a corrupt organization still, even though Sepp Blatter is gone, Infantino is in bed with the Saudis. And yeah, just I wanted to mention that because I learned that fact that Saudi Arabia basically got the World Cup because Australia stepped back after not being able to put together a bid in a month. Saudi Arabia looks like won the hosting rights for the 2034 World Cup, which just feels wrong because there is no proper bidding process in place, which usually takes 1 to 2 years to put together for any country, especially because the World Cup will be expanded to 48 teams by that time instead of 32 teams, which of course I welcome because my country Hungary is struggling to qualify for a World Cup for many years. The last time we were in a World Cup is 1986, but we are about to qualify for the 3rd time for the Euros, and I just wear the Ireland shirt because I love Ireland. Shout out to any Irish viewers that are watching. So Wayne Wasey is reporting in the Football Insider news outlet that Liverpool are about to reject massive Mohamed Salah offer after sources claim that there are huge offers coming from Saudi Arabia. It is believed that Liverpool's owners will place a not for sale sign at Anfield when Saudi clubs come calling for Salah in the January transfer window. A well-placed source has said that there is huge interest in Salah from Saudi's mega rich teams who are keen to make him one of the jewels in their crown in 2024. Saudi Pro League clubs have already bought the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Neymar, Sadio Mane and others. However, it is believed Liverpool have no intention of accepting a winter window offer for Salah, even if he pushes for a move, which I don't think he will do. And sources told Football Insider in September that Al Ittihad were considering making a bid of around £225 million in the final days of the Saudi Arabia summer transfer window, which was closing like 7 days after the European transfer window closed. And there was real danger that the Saudis could table a £225 million bid, but even I would reject that in the January transfer window because you can't place money on Mo Salah, and Liverpool are in the middle of the season, in the middle of the title challenge, and if we sign Andre in January, which is very likely to happen, then we finally will have a complete midfield and we could attack the second half of the season and attack the title race and the Europa League campaign with an even better squad. And you have to keep Salah. If you are a serious team that wants to win the title, you have to keep Salah, who is your best player, your top scorer, the jewel in the Liverpool team. Liverpool even rejected the £150 million bid, but that was just 100 million up front plus 50 million in add-ons, and I think we should even reject 225 million in the January transfer window. But let me know what do you think in the comments below. And there are reports saying that that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp are even pushing to offer Salah a new one-year contract extension. So his contract runs until 2025. So Liverpool are in a very tricky situation. We either sell Salah next summer if he doesn't sign a contract extension, or risk losing him for absolutely nothing in 2 years' time, or now 1.5 years' time. Salah is earning a £350,000 per week, which means that even a 50 or 100,000 pound like weekly wage rise would make him one of the best paid players in the Premier League. But I think he's earning way less than the likes of Erling Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne at Man City, or even some players at Man United. Salah again is showing no signs of slowing down. He has 10 goals and 4 assists in just 13 appearances across all competitions, which means that he has more goal contributions than games that he played this season. So Liverpool, in my opinion, have to do absolutely everything to try and keep Salah at Liverpool as long as possible. As long as he's willing to stay at Liverpool, Liverpool have to give everything to make it happen, because the Saudi clubs will be there in 1, 2, 3 years. Even in 3 years' time, Salah will be absolutely amazing, and he will be, you know, a huge figure in the Muslim Arab world, and that's why Saudi Arabia want to make him probably the centerpiece, the PR machine like centerpiece for the Saudi Pro League. What makes this situation tricky for Liverpool is that Salah will be in another country in January. He will be at the Africa Cup of Nations. He will miss several games for Liverpool, but hopefully he will not negotiate with any Saudi clubs in that time, and he will just concentrate on his national team. And it looks like the narrative in Liverpool is clear. We want to keep Salah at all costs. There is a not for sale sign at Anfield for Mo Salah, and whatever clubs with whatever offer knock on the doors of Liverpool, at least in the January transfer window, we will say no to all the offers. For the summer transfer window, it might be a different outcome, because in the summer, as I said, if Liverpool find themselves at a place where Salah still hasn't signed a new contract, then we have to seriously think about maybe selling him. And now an update on the Luis Diaz situation. His father is still missing. The Colombian police and the Colombian army are still searching for Luis Diaz's father. His mother was rescued, but worryingly his father hasn't been found. And Diaz's mother was rescued over the weekend. And Colombia's interior minister said that the kidnappers had taken Diaz's father to a mountainous region in the north of Colombia, where the search has since continued. They probably want to hide at a mountain, in a forest somewhere. Patrols are now searching that area for Luis Diaz's father. However, officials have also not ruled out the possibility that Luis Diaz's father could have been smuggled over to Venezuela, a neighboring country to Colombia, which would make it very tricky, because the Colombian police don't have authority in Venezuela, and I'm not sure how much time and resources and men are Venezuela willing to contribute to this cause, to finding a foreign country's most famous footballer is dead. So it's a tricky situation, but everybody at Liverpool are in full support of Luis Diaz and his whole family, and this situation is just an absolute nightmare. And it looks like Luis Diaz, on the advice of many people, hasn't actually traveled over to Colombia because of security reasons, that they are afraid that something will happen to Luis Diaz himself as well. So it looks like he just stayed back and in England with part of his family, just praying and hoping for a good resolution of this horrible situation. So you will never walk alone, Diaz. Stay strong. The whole Liverpool family is with you. You will never walk alone. The problem is that the kidnappings are on the rise in Colombia. Luis Diaz's parents' kidnapping is not an isolated one. Colombia has seen a concerning uptick in abductions, often driven by ransoms or extortion, even as Colombia's first left-wing government attempts to mediate with rebel factions. I mean, it's like out of a movie, this thing, but you never wish this on your worst enemy, what is happening to Luis Diaz and his family. It's absolutely horrendous situation, and my heart goes out to everyone affected by this horrible kidnapping. In other news, congratulations to Lionel Messi for winning his unprecedented 8th Ballon d'Or trophy, which is absolutely amazing. Ronaldo has 5, I think, but I think we can safely say this will be Messi's last Ballon d'Or trophy. But him winning the World Cup with one of the best individual performances is, I think, deserving of winning the Ballon d'Or, even though it was very close because Erling Haaland scored 51 goals. He won the treble with Manchester City, but Messi deserves this Ballon d'Or, no question, because the World Cup, the whole tournament, Messi was absolutely unplayable. He was the best player of Argentina and the best player in the world, and he rightfully wins the Ballon d'Or. But it's very interesting to see, like, when Martinez, the Argentinian goalkeeper, got the best goalkeeper award, that the faces of Didier Deschamps, the France manager, and Kylian Mbappe, who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final, they were showing Martinez's save of Kolo Muani's shot in a 123rd minute of the World Cup final. If that shot goes in, France win the World Cup, and Mbappe would be already 2 times World Cup winner at the age of what, like 24, and Messi doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, then maybe Mbappe would have won it. The World Cup is the biggest tournament in football, so of course Messi was going to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm not sure why so many people are surprised about it. I think it's a travesty that Salah only finished in 11th place. Of course, Liverpool didn't have a good season, but still Salah scored 31 goals and got like 15 assists. So he should at least be in the top 10 players in the world. And it will be interesting now that the Ronaldo and Messi era are about to be over, who will win the next 10 Ballon d'Ors. I think it will be between Haaland and Mbappe, depending on how many trophies each player wins. So that's why I don't think Mbappe or Haaland should be too disappointed, because they both will win a few Ballon d'Ors between themselves. But I don't think we will see any time soon, at least in my lifetime, another era where 2 of the all-time 5 best players in the world played in the same era. Messi and Ronaldo are only 2 years apart, and yet they were 2 of the 5 best players to ever play football. I think we can argue about who is the top 5, but I think Pelé, Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are definitely 4 of them, and the 5th, Ronaldinho, the Brazilian Ronaldo, Zidane. You can argue all day long who is the top 5 like best footballers of all time, Platini, and there are so many people that we can mention. But what Messi and Ronaldo did, scoring 30, 40, sometimes 50, 60 goals a season for like 15 seasons in a row or 20 seasons in a row, is absolutely unprecedented. And let's see if Mbappe and Haaland can do it. I mean, Haaland and Mbappe are capable of it, but Mbappe needs to move to a more competitive league, and Haaland also needs to improve his all-round game if he wants to be considered in the conversation of even like top 5 best footballers to ever play. But they are both very, very young. Haaland's numbers are crazy, but outside of the box he's not really a brilliant player, let me say it like that. But of course you can argue with me in the comments below if you want. And Pep Lijnders gave a brilliant press conference before the Bournemouth League Cup game tomorrow, and he said that when we buy players, we buy technique. We buy something specific to suit our style, because teams adapt to us, they learn about us. We always have to have new impulses. What they all have in common, the new players that Liverpool buy, is technique. We want to be different to all other teams in the world, and we are sharing the goals around, and that's what happens when you have technique. And on Jota, Pep Lijnders said, same as Darwin, he's the one who creates by himself 5-6 chances a game. What I like about him is that he often scores the first goal of the game, which is the hardest one to score. And Pep Lijnders was asked about Dominic Szoboszlai's comments about Liverpool wanting to challenge for all the trophies available. What's not to like about Dominic? They have dreams. What's me to stop their belief that we achieved the impossible? Because that's what they are saying no. We want young players to win prizes, not young players to make debuts. That's what they have to feel from a young age. Finals, competing, mentality. Luckily we have a few players in our squad who already have won everything with us, so they can help with the experience. So Liverpool don't just want to give playing time to young players for the sake of it, because we want to develop them and nurture them and hopefully bring them to the next level. And I think Liverpool, being in the League Cup and also in the Europa League, will have the young players massively. So there are advantages to not playing the Champions League. Of course, financially it hurts Liverpool, but imagine if Liverpool qualify as group winners from the Europa League with 2 games to go, and then in the last 2 games we could give a lot of young players just invaluable experience. There is no substitute to playing competitive adult men's football. So the young players will develop and grow, and under Jurgen Klopp they have the best environment and the best coach to learn from. So I'm really excited about the future of Liverpool FC. This Liverpool 2.0 is very, very exciting to watch, and I'm here for it. And also I'm reporting on the Liverpool team for you guys every day, so check back tomorrow for more Liverpool news. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.